Hi, it's good to see you again. How have you been since the last
Thanks.
time we met?
Um, I'm doing okay. I've definitely been still having some challenges, especially with sleeping. Um, I haven't really gotten much sleep at all the past few weeks. I've been waking up with nightmares and it's been hard to kind of settle down and go to sleep. And still kind of the same issues with, I don't really want to go to work, and when I come home from work, I don't really want to engage with other people. So, kind of been doing the same as when we talked last.
Got it. Okay. I'm glad that you shared that with me. Um, that sounds really intense. And when that happens, what do you notice in your body or your thoughts, when all that kind of happens for you with your sleeping and stuff like that?
I definitely get really tense, and I get, um, like my breathing starts to speed up, and I feel dizzy. So definitely some panic going on. Um, and I just get really irritable and frustrated with everybody around me. So it's better if I just stay away from people when I'm feeling like that.
So your body and your mind are reacting strongly, and your mind almost is expecting the same kind of situation to happen again. Um, because I remember last time you told me that you were fear since the accident that you can't you because you're an EMT, you rolled up on an accident that kind of traumatized you. So it sounds like your body's reacting to, that happening again. So.
Hmm.
Yeah. So how has that, you said earlier about your work that it's affecting your work, that you don't really want to socialize. Have you noticed yourself responding differently to those shifts, though differently to shifts or calls? Did you call in or anything like how do you react to that? Do you respond differently now?
Yeah, I I don't really even want to go to work. I'll call in sick whenever I'm able to, and then when I'm at work and we're kind of just hanging around waiting for a call, I'll just kind of be by myself. And then when we do get a call, it gives me a lot of anxiety. I feel really panicked because I don't know what we're gonna pull up to and what the scene is going to be. So that's a big source of stress for me.
Yeah, thank you for being honest about that. It sounds like part of you is trying to protect yourself from feeling that anxiety again.
Hmm.
Yeah. And last time you mentioned your breakup from your boyfriend as well. How have you been feeling emotionally overall with that?
Um, Pretty down, but I think it's for the best because he just didn't really understand what I was going through, and I think I'm just taking things out on people, and
Hmm.
it's just not fair. So, it's better that I just am by myself for right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, last time you did mention that you used to go out with friends a lot and you just don't do that anymore. So is that the things that you kind of still pulling back from?
Yeah, I usually just go home and watch TV and go to sleep. I don't really hang out with my friends much anymore, or my family even that much. It was my birthday the other week and I didn't really want to do anything, so I just stayed home. Um, it's just hard to be around people. I'm just not really in the mood.
Yeah, that's understandable. It definitely sounds like you've been feeling more isolated and disconnected from things that used to bring you enjoyment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Given everything that you've been through, the accident and the breakup, it really makes sense that you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, withdrawn. Those are very human responses to a lot of stresses at once. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm sure it feels like a lot, right?
Yeah, it definitely does. It's very overwhelming.
Yes. And so based on what you've been sharing, I've noticed a few patterns. It seems like the accident is still impacting you in a really significant way, especially with the anxiety, the physical reactions, and wanting to avoid similar situations. At the same time, I've also hearing signs of depression, like low mood, isolation, and losing interest in things that you used to enjoy. Does that feel accurate?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Okay, so what we can start do together is focusing on helping you feel more in control of these reactions rather than them controlling you. So would it be okay if we talk a little about what you want to get out of therapy?
Yeah, definitely.
So if things were improving, what would you feel different in your day-to-day life?
Um, I think I'd feel more energetic or energized to go to work. I'd want to spend time with friends, and see my family. I'd spend less time just alone at home, and overall, I think I'd get better sleep. Um, and I'd just be happier throughout the day.
Yeah. So that's a really important goal, and I think it's a very attainable. So one focus I think that can help you feel more comfortable, um, and confident, say going back to work and hanging out with friends without that intense anxiety. What else would you hope for? Anything else do you feel that would be hopeful to bring you back to your stage in life where you felt happy?
Um, I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
think I think just getting to a point where I'm okay with being around other people and um being with friends and maybe, a new relationship probably would be ideal for me. And I'm
Mhm.
not really sure how to get to that point.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, slowly reconnecting with people and activities that used to feel good. So, let me reflect a little bit on what I'm hearing. Reducing anxiety, especially at work, feeling more in control of those reactions, of the, isolation, depression, feeling that you might have to witness something of that substance again, and reconnecting socially and improving your mood. Does that capture it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want to work toward those goals with you. We'll focus on a few things, building coping and grounding skills for anxiety, just like I explained last week. I think that's a really good idea that we do that. Gradually reducing avoidance so it doesn't keep growing, because it's going to keep growing if we don't get you to a point where you are not like if you continue the avoidance.
Hmm.
And being able to support your mood by helping you re-engage with parts of your life that feel meaningful, hanging out with your friends, celebrating your birthday, things of that nature. Um, we'll take it step by step. You won't be pushed too fast. Does that sound reasonable and attainable to you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Good. So last time we talked about grounding techniques. Were you able to try any of those this week?
Yeah, I tried to do some deep breathing and then naming things I could see and touch. And they were helpful in moments
Great.
where I was feeling a lot of anxiety. Um, it didn't fully calm me down, but it helped me get a little bit closer to where I was.
That's awesome. This week, I'm going to keep it simple. I'd like you to practice one grounding technique once a day, if possible. It's very normal, though, if you're dealing with a lot, not to, forget, and that's okay. Even if it's every other day, even if you're not feeling anxious, that way it becomes more familiar when you actually need it. And if you
Okay,
feel up to it, maybe try reaching out to one of your friends, just something small like a text. How does that feel for you?
that's good.
Good. Okay. Awesome. You've been handling a lot between the accident and the breakup, and I want to acknowledge how hard that is. It's very hard. And the fact that you're here and willing to walk through and work through these things is really important. We'll take this one step at a time.
Okay,
All
thank you.
right. Thank you for meeting with me today. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next session. How does that sound good?
Sound good.
All
Thank you.
right.